Hello, greetings. So this demo is to demonstrate how to integrate Datadog APM using admission control in Kubernetes, where we'll be using a Node application to simulate that. So this, the Visual Studio editor, where it has a Node application here. However, before we start, the main concept, which is admission control, we would like to explain that. So there is an image here to actually depict what it means. So anytime there is a request, it goes through some few stages. And with the stages, we do have the authentication. And when it's being authenticated, then it comes to the next stage, which is the authorization, verifying that does the user or the resource has the permission to be able to perform that kind of operation. That is where the arrow back actually comes into play, which is the resource-based access control. Then the next stage is you can use the admissions control. So with the admissions control, often there are so many types where the Kubernetes documentation actually shows. So there is a reference guide here to actually show all of this. So the reference guide, which gives an overview as to what kind of operations you can be able to perform with admission control. But now let's go back and focus here. So with this image, we can be able to validate. So meaning we validate and check if everything is okay, or we can be able to mutate. So where we can be able to make changes. So what we intend to achieve here is we do have our Datadog application, which has been integrated already. So I'm going to show how it has been integrated, where the agent has been installed using Azure. So this is it. A Kubernetes cluster was being created. Then all the agents were on it. So we installed the agents and everything. Also, it's been documented in the README as to how it was being installed as well. Great. So a sample here, this one AKS. So here's the AKS as to how it can be done. So there's the reference. Now let's focus on how we can be able to implement it. So it's been connected already. So now let's check the notes. kubectl get notes. Yes, so this is it. And now this one can also be shown in our Datadog. Our Datadog. So let's see. We have most of our things running here. That is what we can be able to see also from here. So let's check the ports. Great. So we do have the operator, the cluster agent, and the agent itself. So all of these things are running fine. So what we intend to do right now is we will run our application. So the application, which is the Node application, we want to instrument it using the admission control. So when we use this admission control, we are going to use the admission control so that we can be able to instrument it. However, inside the code, we do not want to do anything manually. So that's the purpose here. Okay. So we do have the image which has been built and pushed to Docker Hub. Now, with this side, nothing has been instrumented yet. So the application has not been instrumented, and we'll test and see the validity. So this one has not been instrumented yet. Great. So this one shows that it's not being instrumented yet. So now let's run all of these things in Kubernetes, and now let's see. Right. So we'll do kubectl apply f. It's in the ops, so ops k8. Then now we execute everything that is there. Great. kubectl get ports. The ports have started running. So let's see if we can be able to find it on Datadog. Not yet. It's not here yet. So let's be patient a bit. Let's try and refresh. It's still not showing, so let me go somewhere else and come back and see if we can be able to find it. Great. Okay. Ports. So some few seconds ago, we can be able to say it now. Great. So with this, with this, let's try and see if it's been instrumented already. So we are seeing logs coming in. So let's click and now come. Great. So nothing here. Let me close this once. So okay, this here. Okay, so APM, we are not seeing anything. Okay, so let's come to APM, then we come to traces. There is nothing here, so it means it's not showing. Okay, great. So application is still not, it's not showing, meaning that it's not been instrumented yet. So now what we want to achieve is this injection library contains what can help us actually instrument our application, which is this. So this one has been enabled here, but this annotation for JavaScript node, so JavaScript node library would actually help us achieve that. So now I'm going to run the second one, which is the injection library. Then I will see if it works. So kubectl apply ops, then now library injection. Great. So it means that this one, something has changed. So let's check it out. kubectl get ports. So it means that the earlier one, so this are there, but new ones has been added. So something like this. So let's give it some time and see. Great. So meaning the old ones are being terminated. Great. So these are the new ones. Let's see if it shows on New Relic. Okay. So infrastructure, Kubernetes Explorer. Let's give it some time and see. Great. so some few seconds ago. So we click on that, and now let's check if it's been instrumented. Okay, so this is it. But we are not seeing any logs. We are not seeing any logs yet. So what we'll do is we'll feed our application. So there is so this make file actually helps us run some of the commands without necessarily typing the whole thing. So I'm going to use the make file port forward, which is this, to save the application, which runs on 4000. Okay, so I'm going to do this localhost 4000 ready. So I'll try and be hitting some endpoints in the application too. So now let's refresh and see if it works. Great. We'll just have to give it some time. Trace. So we can see there are some queries here. So when you look at the timestamp, so 136, and now let's check what actually happened. So we made a GET request. So item 2, you can see item 2 here. So now let's try and do something else. So which is with the readme, we want to update something. So I'm just going to modify this dated content. So with this one, I'll just say, let's say 1. I'll copy this and I'll execute it in my terminal. Let me open a new terminal. Great. So let's see if it shows. Great. So it means that it's been updated here successfully. So method put. So put means update. So this one helps us achieve the purpose by using admission controller here, and the references and the readme actually shows how it was all achieved. Thank you.